Welcome to Inside Rams Camp, presented by Unify Financial Credit Union from UC Irvine with DeMarco Farr. I'm JB Long, and he is the reigning Super Bowl MVP, the Triple Crown winner, Cooper Kupp, and today I have to add Matthew Stafford's social media mentor to your resume. How's that going?
Yeah, we're working on it. You know, I think he's got a good team at home helping him out as well. I just kind of throw my pointers in when I can.
Hey, he doesn't want to be asked about it, apparently, but he's more than comfortable asking you for best practices.
Yeah, you know, he's kind of. It was described to me as like when your dad is, is coming along on the school field trip. You know, you're kind of like he's along. You're trying to help him out. He's there. You just kind of try to not let him embarrass himself, kind of thing. It's just kind of one of those things. He's figuring it out.
I think our kids feel the same way, JB. Yeah.
About us.
Around,
yeah.
Coop, I mean, first of all, what a great time to be a Ram. Look at all these people. I mean, think about it. I mean,
it's great.
What a great era to be in. What do you think about all this, being defending champs and your fan base right here?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, coming out here first day, with it being opened up like this, having the turnout that we did, and the fans that followed us for years now, and this, I've said before, the city, it demands championships, it deserves championships, and I'm very thankful for the people that have come out and are going to continue to come out and support us at SoFi.
A lot of number 10s around here in
No
Royal
doubt.
and Seoul. In fact, it's the number 3 selling jersey in the entire National Football League. Did that cross your radar yet?
I didn't know that. That's really cool, though. Thank you, guys.
I'm going to say it's really number 2 because Russell Wilson is ahead of you. He changed teams. So among the players in the same places, it's Tom Brady and then Cooper Kupp. Were you a jersey guy growing up as a youngster?
You know, I wasn't a big jersey guy. I like to see really good games played, so I didn't do many of the jerseys. I think my first jersey was actually a T-Mac Rockets jersey. So I think that might have been my only jersey growing up.
It's a good jersey to have, man.
It is a good one.
Do you know what you did last year? Do you know your numbers? Do you look at stats? Because I looked at you since Eastern Washington. You improve every single year, but you came off a historic run. I mean, how has your approach to the game changed after a year you had last season?
Well, there's so much you can do better. Jerry Rice, one of the best to play this position, play this game. I don't think he would, if you had asked him, I don't think he ever thought that he had arrived, that he had, done everything he could. You've heard the stories about after the Super Bowl, going out and being on the field, working on his routes again. I mean, all in this profession, if you don't know work and you don't know, continuing to progress and get better and strive to get better, I mean, you're going to get passed up. There's too many good football players in this league, too many guys that are driven to be the best they can be, and that's why you see this league continue year after year to be so competitive, because you can't be stagnant at all. You've got to continue to find ways to improve yourself, and I took that same approach this last year.
Where I saw that is every new member of the Rams organization, when they did the welcome video, who was there to greet him at the facility? Cooper.
No shock.
Did you carve out any time to recharge? Like, do you feel refreshed coming into 22?
You gotta find time. Refresh. What does that look like exactly? I gotta spend some time with my family. We work things out where I was able to bring my family with me to the facility to work out and do some things, and finding time when you've got to get the work done still, but being able to have your family around me. I mean, that's just such an important thing to me, and that's certainly. Where I get refreshed is being able to spend some time with my boys, with my wife. And so being able to find time and ways to incorporate them into the things that I need to do just on a daily basis to come out here and do what I do to the best of my ability. That's kind of where I prioritize things in the off season.
It's a pleasure for us to watch you work. Game day practice. I think my favorite part of your practice was watching you right out here, working with the quarterbacks, being a quarterback. The joy you get just from being a football player, I think, just shines through. I mean, how much do you love this game? How much do you love playing this game?
It's tough to put to words. I do. I absolutely love playing this game. I believe I was made to play this game. It is just kind of is what I breathe when I wake up in the morning. From my earliest days, when I was on the football field, it just seemed like things were right. I love just being able to come out. First one out of practice, I love just punting, kicking, throwing, whatever it is to be around the football team, being able to do whatever it is. Guys are out here doing. If there's a ball on the ground and you got a couple of guys with you, being able to just toss it around. So I love this game, and I'm glad that shines through. That's really cool.
Just to take the audience inside what you're talking about, just moments ago before Cooper came over and joined us, he's catching passes after practice from Bryce Perkins and Luis Perez. Those are quarterbacks 3 and 4 on the Rams depth chart here at training camp. no task is too small for you, even as the reigning Super Bowl MVP. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, well, you gotta catch the football. You know, you catch the football.
Absolutely.
I was reading, I think it was Sports Illustrated the other day, and Albert Breer and Sean McVay are friends. And one of the stories of the offseason that Sean relayed to him and that he shared was that the idea to bring in Allen Robinson, to pursue Allen Robinson, actually came from you and Matthew Stafford. I'd love to hear that story from your viewpoint.
Yeah, so in the offseason, they were talking about what things were going to look like and what we were going to do in that regard, and he's someone that I've really admired his game and what he's been able to do. I think he's very underappreciated, and the things that he's able to do in the middle of the field underneath routes. I mean, he's known as one of the best contested catch guys in the league, but what he's been able to do consistently, doubling guys up and playing underneath himself. I think that's something that he has not been appreciated, something that's not been utilized, I think, to the best of its ability. And so he's just someone that I thought was going to mesh well here. And I had never met him. I was just very curious what he was going to be like mentally. How was he going to mesh personality-wise into our room? And he has been above and beyond what you could have expected for someone to come in, and just the mentality he takes in terms of his preparation. The way he challenges guys in the room and just communicates with guys. It's an incredible thing. He's an incredible fit for our team.
Hey, above and beyond. Above, definitely. I didn't think he was that big. That's a big receiver.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
He is.
Easy
and that's the thing. I think you just see him as a bigger receiver that can play outside, but for it to have someone like that can play inside too and do the things that we ask receivers to do across the middle and underneath, I think that's what makes him really special.
I hate to ask you best, worst, best game, worst game. What was your toughest game? I mean, the game that you were going through something on the field, maybe it was an owie or mentally you couldn't find it. I mean, what was your toughest stretch last season?
It's tough. I thought the Cardinals played us pretty well that first time around last year. Obviously we had a tough stretch there in November as well. I think probably staying the course through November when you go 3 straight losses and a bye week in the middle of all of that, being able to be mentally strong enough to trust in the process that you've laid out and trust in your teammates and the guys that you have around you, that you guys we're doing the right thing. We just got to get over that hump and just continue to push each other and come in every day, try to get better. That to me was a tough thing, because you're not the same team from week to week. You're trying to stack bricks and get progressively better throughout the year. You want to be a better team in week 17, week 18 going into the playoffs than you are in week 1 and 2. And, for us, I think we really had to trust that as we went through that November stretch, that we were going to be a better team coming out of this thing. And, we stayed the course through that. I think it showed the second half of that season.
As I watched practice today, we talked so much about Cooper Kupp for good reason, and Allen Robinson, the newest addition to that receiving room. We haven't talked a lot, at least we haven't yet, about Van Jefferson. And I think back on the year that he had and all of the different things he was asked to do as Deshaun Jackson came in and then left, and then OBJ and Robert Woods and his injury. What might this year look like for Van? He had a child after the Super Bowl. Right?
I know.
I mean, all the things that he went through. What might this look like coming back for him, pairing with you and A-Rob?
Yeah, I'm really excited for him. He really had to move around last year. When Robert Woods goes down, Odell comes in. We talk a lot about Odell having to learn this offense. Well, Van had to learn a new position as well. And for him now to have that whole second half of the season under his belt, this whole offseason, now being able to come in here, know his position and what he's doing, I'm just really excited for him to be able to step into that. He's shown that he can do some really incredible stuff down the field, run all the routes. He's got incredible speed. So I'm excited for him to be able to have that time, that experience under his belt, and be able to go out there and just let it all hang out.
It's weird, and the band plays on. New receivers, new guy, Cooper Kupp still here, and you're still producing. I like the beard, by the way.
No, thank you.
I heard a lot of people they don't like the beard. They say it makes you look slow. I don't know what they mean by that.
I don't care what people say about the beard. My wife likes it, and I'm going to stick to that. That's good enough for me.
Amen for that. Yes,
sir. Is it not obnoxious with the chin strap, though?
You get used to it. It's honestly worse when you cut it and it grows back out and goes through like that. Like when it's growing out, it kind of gets itchy. So that's the thing that's frustrating. It's better just to keep it long and let it ride.
I forget when it was midseason last year, but you had committed to it. You weren't going to touch it. Turned into a playoff beard. It worked out pretty well.
It's epic.
Why mess with a good thing?
Yeah, keep it going, James Harden style.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I told people we were going to interview today, and the number one question I get about you is a fantasy question. Do you get fantasy questions a lot when you're out in public?
Oh, no, I never get asked about that.
Anybody here have Cooper Kupp on their fantasy team?
Right there. Wow. I get fantasy, but I still don't get fantasy. I'm still trying to get it. I get it. Thank God for fantasy, but yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us after the Rams' first padded practice and first in front of these great fans who are here at UC Irvine to support you. The Rams.com/training camp if you'd like to join us this weekend. For DeMarco Farr and Cooper Kupp, I'm JB Long. This has been Inside Rams Camp presented by Unify Financial Credit Union.